Hi everybody, it's Brian and I'm back today to go through the build process of my brand new HK-500 radio-controlled helicopter. This is the one that's available from SN Hobbies with the upgraded tail to the torque tube drive, not the belt drive, and includes a 1700 kV HK ice-cold motor. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it together. Now this, as you can see, it comes pretty complete as it is. The fuselage has been assembled, most of the head is together, and all you have to do is put all of these parts together to make yourself the completed helicopter. A couple of tools that we're going to need is screwdrivers, so we're going to get a Phillips screwdriver hex set that we're going to need. We're going to use probably some cutters, CA glue, and oil, as well as blue Loctite. And this is very important for any time you're screwing metal into metal, so a metal screw into a metal part, that use the blue Loctite. In fact, I have already taken out all the screws in the frame and applied the Loctite to them and put them back in again. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to finish assembling the head. As you can see, the head comes together pretty much all assembled, but the flybar assembly isn't done yet. So what we're going to do is install the flybar control arm, and the flybar control rods, and put that all together. Pretty straightforward. We're going to use some Loctite, blue Loctite, to help put us together here. First thing I'm going to do is put one half of the control arm together. So apply the Loctite to a screw. Doesn't require very much. Make sure we've got this oriented right, the manual. This part, the little edge there goes outwards. And we'll attach one of the flybar control rods. We'll do the same to the other side. So we've got the two flybar control rods onto one side of the flybar control rod, the flybar through it, and then through the head like so. So we've got this together. We just need to put the second half on of the flybar control arm. Before we do that, we need to put the control arms on. They don't need to be snapped into place yet, but they have to be there so that we can snap them in when we're ready to go. So we'll put a little bit of blue Loctite on the screw, which is in the flybar control arm here. Screw that into place. Put the final screw in. Make sure we're tight the whole way around. And that's the flybar assembly. Now the flybar still moves. We can just put it into place temporarily using the grub screws. I'm not going to Loctite these in right now because we're going to have to measure them later on to make sure that the flybar is perfectly centered. You can do that now if you wanted, but I'm going to wait till once I put the flybar paddles on. And there we have the completed flybar assembly with the arms all together. Next thing we're going to do is put the flybar paddles on there. Now these screw into place, and then they're held in with a grub screw as well. The measurement is given for between the fly bar control arm and the paddle here is 108 millimeters. So we'll measure that once we get closer to being finished. Then that'll give us a nicely balanced head. So here's our completed head. The fly bar's installed, fly bar control arm, the control rods, with the connectors here. The plastic fly bar paddles are on, and we've put the set screws in there. The set screws, the grub screws holding the set screws there, don't need any Loctite on them because they're going into plastic. Remember, this is just to hold prevent the fly bar paddles from rotating. Remember, they're actually threaded on, so it doesn't need to hold it on. So don't over tighten those. And that's the head assembly.